Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm want to come to you and give you 5 things not to do in a relationship or friendship. I'm going to be looking down because I'm going to be looking at my notes. And yes, I'm in the bathroom. But amen. All right. We have to understand that when I'm talking about a relationship, I'm not just talking about that which we're used to, boyfriend and girlfriend. Dictionary.com defines relationship as follows. Number one is a connection, association, or involvement. Number two, connection between persons by blood or marriage. That's what we're used to, a family relationship or a marriage. And three, an emotional or other. Now, where it says other, I would say like spiritual connection between people, like a spiritual brother or sister in the Lord. So we see that it's not confined, the word relationship is not confined to the relationship of boyfriend and girlfriend, but it also speaks of a connection in a friendship, even a business venture. All right, we're going to get into the 5 things not to do in a relationship or friendship. Amen? All right, let's go. Number one, it's very important not to assume. It's always best to communicate when there's an area of uncertainty. Being analytical oftentimes reveal a lack of trust. So if there's a discrepancy within the relationship or friendship, that's not the time to be quiet and go into speculation, because a lot of times what we're doing is not allowing the person to really plead their case or really bring clarity, because we don't know what's maybe going on with somebody else, and if we go into assuming, it can be totally different than what they're actually dealing with. So it's best to communicate. Communication is so key if you want the relationship to go and grow. Amen? All right, number 2. I'm trying to breeze through these without actually breezing through them. All right, number two, you do not want to live your life based on your perception of other people's perception of you. I'll take this situation. Like within the kingdom or the church, a lot of men, they avoid getting close to other men because of the stigma or the label of being gay. So they avoid the intimacy of getting close. I'm not talking about having sex with other men. I'm talking about the closeness, the camaraderie. They avoid that because they do not want to be labeled. They do not want to be categorized as a sissy or anything like that. So their perception of what other people is perceiving them to be is governing how they're really acting out in the relationship. And if you're not careful, it will be perceived by the person that you're in a relationship with or the friendship that you're ashamed of the relationship or friendship due to your concern with those that are not even involved. So if you are so hard-pressed and so worried about what others are thinking, it can easily be perceived that you don't care about the relationship that you're in, but you're more so concerned about what others people are saying. They're not even involved. They're not sacrificing. They're not, they're not showing you love. All they want to do is really just dictate your life instead of living their lives. So you don't want to live your life based off of your perception of other people's perceptions of you. Amen. All right. Number 3. You never, I can't stress this enough, you never want to make life-altering decisions while your emotions is on a pendulum, or while your emotions is not stable, because when it's like that, you're not considering the other person's feelings, you're not considering the other person's mindset concerning it. So it's very important that if your emotions, if you're just in your feelings, and don't make a life-altering decision, like I'll say, saying that you're going to walk away from something or someone that you know that God told you to stick it out with, and you know that God has put you guys together get together in. You do not want to, just because a discrepancy or something that just doesn't make sense, talk to them, and if you can't talk to them at that moment, you go and pray somewhere. You go and ask God to stabilize your emotions so that you won't make a decision based on how you're feeling at that moment, because that moment is just a moment. You do not want to allow that moment to determine how you're going to live the rest of your life, especially if God told you to do something concerning that relationship. Amen? All right. Number 4. The fourth thing you do not want to do is you do not want to hold on to that which has been discussed, prayed about, and forgiven. I know a lot of people who do that. They continue to bring up something that the person has done, and it's so wrong. You'll never grow in a relationship. And that person who felt that everything was okay, they're going to get tired. Their heart is going to get tired. Their mind is going to get tired. The spirit, emotionally, they're going to get tired of just going over the same thing. The inability to let go is a sign of a person in pursuit of self-vindication and wants to feel justified for doing wrong because they've been wrong. Those type of people you have to pray for, and if God is telling you to separate from that person, do so, because God knows that this type of person has the wrong motive. Their spirit is wrong, their heart is wrong, and God must deal with that. Amen? And the fifth and final thing is that you never want to think that the person you're in a relationship with or a friendship with is your property. That's a wrong perception. You guys may have gotten close. You may have, you never want to feel that that person is only yours. Everybody's life is a gift to somebody else other than you. Freedom to be shared with others is a fulfilling act of selflessness. It's nothing more fulfilling than knowing that the reason that you're still here is to help someone else. Your life is a solution to somebody's problem. So if you have that mindset, if you have that heart, that motivation, ask God to deal with it. Ask God to show you that He is all that you need. Yes, we need relationships, but let God deal with those control issues, because that's what it really is, a control issue. Amen. I'm done with the 5. I just want to, as the last little bit, to make any relationship work, there must be communication, sacrifice, trust, and forgiveness. All of these attributes / elements are a result of genuine love, which can only be developed by knowing God, because God is love, and He will show you how to express it freely with no regrets. I'm done. I just wanted, I said I was going to be brief. It's like 8 minutes now, but nevertheless, here's a little nugget. If you want your relationship to be successful, you have to stray away from those methods that has been proven to be unsuccessful. And you ask God for the strength and the grace for the maintenance of the relationship. Don't go on your understanding. Don't go on past relationships. Just ask God to really strengthen you and continue to give you the wisdom. Amen. I pray that I have been a help for someone. I pray that I said something that was beneficial. Amen. All right. Woo! I'm silly. All right, deuces, y'all. Rate, comment, subscribe, share this video. If you know that there's somebody that is in a relationship and they just having difficulty understanding what they must do and what they shouldn't do, share this video with them. Amen. All right. Talk to you guys later. All right. God bless.